While we were there, a former local government chairman, one Baba, called me that the other opposition has hired thugs to come and disrupt the events. Well, I should not worry even if I see them. He has hired his own thugs also to protect me. Thank you, viewers, as I continue to tell my testimonial story in politics. So after deciding with my dad that I can go in, I said, okay, let me visit the only senior politician we have, Christian politician we have in our community, who was just a councillor. That's the highest the local government has ever produced as a Christian. His name is Dauda Dakama. So I went to Dauda Dakama and tell him, pressure has been on, off and on. Even he has been calling me that he's getting old and leaving the political terrain. No Christian is coming to take over from him. So I decided to go and meet him and say, oh, the pressure is much and I'm thinking of going. How much do you think I need to contest the Federal House of Representatives? He told me that even if I have 10 million, I can come. I said, with 10 million? No, he said, yes, I can come. I said, okay. With that, I went and sat down with my wife. We prayed and fasted for some time to say, do we go in or not? Because actually, it was never in our agenda. As I say, my plan was, I have done diploma in theology. Let me see, maybe I will go and be pastor to one prayer house or start a station somewhere, because my father was a pastor, so I felt I should do something in regards to. And as I travel all around the country also for my water project, if it is a rural community, I make sure I reach out to them with the gospel. And even if I work there in the community and I pay my tithe mostly in the community I work, so that the community will also benefit from the water project I do. That was what I was focusing on. I would say, okay, if it is 10 million, no problem, just budget 20 million. If you spend 20 million out of the little savings we have to build a career in water, it may not affect us, so you are free to spend 20 million. I say, okay. And that's how we started. Mobilize people, go around. In fact, when I went, the Federal House of Representatives member then was from the same hometown with me. He's in APC. And therefore, the team set off to work with me said, I can't go to APC because it will be like direct confrontation. So I should go to PDP. And PDP was almost dead in the entire local government. Everybody was silent. And that's how I started calling all members of PDP, leaders. The 17 wards, anywhere there wasn't a secretariat, PDP office in the ward, I either build or renovate or rent a shop. And that's how I mobilize all the stakeholders in PDP. 95% of them Muslims, but they were cooperating with me. So we planned everything and all was going on course. And the primary election came for the House of Representatives. It was coming because every issue I told them it is the Federal House of Reps I wanted. You remember, it was the minority groups, tribes, that came to really urge me to contest, which I accepted. We now look at the list of the delegates that will elect the candidate. Out of 112, 85 were of tribal origin. At least they have a tribe. So if 85 will vote for me as they said, I don't have any issue. But Christians among them were only 11 out of 112. Mm-hmm. So all the campaigns, the going around and everything was done. The day of the primary election came. When the date came, we all mobilized. It was like hands down, we are sure we'll win it. Unfortunately, some few days or weeks to the primary election, there was religious crisis in Jos. And from Jos, you can ride a bicycle to Toro, which is my local government. So a lot of Muslims also were killed, a lot of issues were done, there were a lot of hostilities. So, and our primary election was to take place that same period. In fact, a night before there was, in fact, during the primaries there was still curfew in Jos. So the Muslims now took advantage of it and began to campaign to them, telling them, they are killing you in Jos. You want to come to Toro and elect a Christian that will suppress you also. In fact, rumors began to say it is even Khan that was sponsoring me, because to them there is no Christian that have the capacity to even contest, because most of us are poor and nothing. They have already dominated us. So we were like house to house telling them, don't vote for him, he is a Christian, don't vote for him. But still, they were giving assurance I should not worry. 2 days to the election, then I was already, because I was in PDP, the present governor of Bauchi State, Senator Bala Abdulkadir Mohammed Kauran Bauchi, was the one contesting for the governorship. So I met him, introduced myself earlier on, and we were working together. So about 2 days to the election, he called me. My brother, I'm so sorry, we may not give you this ticket because there is a lot of pressure not to give a Christian. But go ahead, let's see what will happen. I say, okay, I'll do my best. Don't worry. Because I was sure with all that I have done for the community and with all the assurance, they are the one even calling me to come and contest. After all, I wasn't even interested. They will give me the votes. So we came. In the evening, they delayed the election until almost midnight. People casted their votes. I went to that election with 20 million naira, I think. Because whatever you do, you must spend money in elections. And that's how almost the money was gone. But even period to the election, 12 pastors in the local government came to form a prayer group. Every month they will come and pray. And they invite me every month to join them in the prayers. Sometimes with my wife. In fact, almost the whole Christian community were on their knees praying. I remember one of my uncles that have a farm far in the village. That he went to the farm. As he was in the farm, he asked the church bell, because they still use bells. Some of them don't have watch, for midweek prayers. He now decided to go and join the midweek prayer. They don't even know him. But he made them praying for Engineer Joshua to win election. In order to wipe away their tears. So he was touched. He called me and informed me. So a lot of prayers were going on. On the day of the election, we all gathered with the delegates. Everybody was there. A lot of Christians lived in our community. And my love was because I believe the greater percentage of my supporters are even Muslims. All came. But while we were there, a former local government chairman, one Baba, called me that the other opposition has hired thugs to come and disrupt the events. But I should not worry even if I see them. He has hired his own thugs also to protect me. There is nothing that will take place. I don't mind all these things because I trusted in God. Even contesting the election alone was a war, because a lot of people say they can kill me because of religious fanaticism. No Christian has ever reached that stage. But I trusted God, that God that led me through all the stories I've given to this date is the one that will sustain me. So the election started almost middle of the night. They counted the election. Immediately they finished the election. Immediately they finished casting votes. Power went off. People were like, why is power off? Why is the box? So somebody I know, I trusted, said the box is with me. So we are sure that no problem. After a little time, the power was restored and counting went. At the end of the count of the 112 votes, Senator Shehu Buba, now a senator, then we contested the rest seat with him, defeated me with only 3 votes. He counted the votes, 3 votes, and they announced him winner and shouted. The night, my governor now then called me again to tell me, sorry, I've already informed you, you will not win. But after the election, after some time, in fact, almost a year later, that my trusted person almost middle of the night again, around 11, 12 in the night, I saw a call. He called me to say, am I in Bauchi? I say, he says in Toro, but he want to come and see me. I say, it's late now. Wait until tomorrow morning. He said, no. He cannot sleep until he meets me. I said, okay, he's welcome. So he came and met me in Bauchi. I opened the gates for him. He sat me down and said, whenever he sees me, he feels guilty. I say, why? He said, because it is him they used to turn my election. Actually, they came with 2 boxes. One box already, Shewa defeated me with 3 votes. The other vote is the actual. That when they count the actual vote casted, I won the election hands down. So whenever he sees me, he feels guilty. But that he will take me to the governor. After some time, he took me to the governor. Knelt down in the presence of the governor and repeated the statement and said, whenever I see Joshua, I feel guilty because I was the one that was used to change his result. Please, Your Excellency, in your presence, on behalf of myself and my family, I am apologizing. Please, Joshua, forgive me. The governor now said, no problem, stand up, stand up. Joshua, I told you they will not allow you to win. I say, yes. He said, we have Sheikh Dai Rubochi, Sheikh Jing Rubochi, all of them are sheikhs. Toro is their main stronghold where they have followers. They will not allow, if you win the election, then I will not win. So I knew that will happen. And I have apologized. But I assure you, I will compensate you. I will make you the commissioner of water resources since you are into water in your local government. And that is how the election ended. And when he won the election as the governor, another story. Unfortunately, he couldn't give me commissioner because they say in the history of Bauchi State, they have always produced only 1 Christian commissioner. And he will not deny Bogoro, Tafa Balewa, Sayawa area and give Toro commissioner. But you ask whichever office I want, he will give me. And I requested for procurement. And he now gave me appointment as senior special assistant on procurement and project monitoring. Thank you, and God bless you.
Viewers, as many of you are conversant with the Bible, you will remember the person who came and kissed Jesus under the cover of darkness and said, "Hail, Master." One of the 12. Is it surprising that people who even believe that their holy book tells them to lie in favor of a Muslim cause should tell lies and practice deceit? It's okay. It's not the first time that a godly man has been betrayed. It's normal. Many Christians have been killed, either in the Bible days or even in our days. It's not just betrayal, not just deceit, but even to lose their lives at the hands of people they trusted. So there's nothing that is new about it. If you're a Christian, that should not discourage you. You yourself know that many Christians win elections in Nigeria. If God is calling you to go into politics, go into it. There's a reason. Fulfill the purpose of God for your life. Because even though he didn't win election today, he's fulfilling the purpose of God for his life. You will hear the rest of his story. The governor compensated him, promised to, and he did it. People, sometimes your success will not come from where you expect it to come from, or even in the way you expect your success to come. God is watching over all. One of us in this country who never contested election became secretary to the government of Nigeria for 6 years. Talking about Boss Mustafa. So you know that God can give you the most influential office in this country without your contesting an election. So do not be afraid. God calls you to go into politics. Go into it. God will use you to do something about Nigeria and the corruption in this country one day. Please do not forget to subscribe to this our channel. If you subscribe, you will get any video we send out, you are the first person to get it. Apart from that, you can cooperate with us by sending these clips to your friends, so many other people can be encouraged to see what God is doing today in the lives of people, ordinary people who trust Him. God will propel them to high office. Again, if you don't know Jesus as Lord and Savior, it's a clip coming up. The title of it is The Challenge. Watch that clip, pray the prayer in it with me, and give your life to Jesus. A journey will start. It's always an adventure. You will not know where it will end up. But all things ultimately will work together for your good. Thank you for tuning in today. God bless you.